Hi there, you're with NDTV Profit, and this is the fine print. The Government of India has a new advisory for intermediaries rolling out artificial intelligence products in the Indian market. The advisory has been issued under the information technology rules. They say that platforms must ensure that users don't upload or share unlawful content while using AI products. Intermediaries or platforms have to ensure that their products, including AI models, don't result in biased results that may threaten the integrity of India's electoral process. Explicit government approval will be needed by platforms to use under-testing or unreliable AI models, and such under-tested models will need to carry a disclaimer that the output can be reliable. Now, even as the stakeholders in the market and the media was digesting this advisory, Rajiv Chandrasekhar has just tweeted out saying that the advisory is aimed at significant platforms and permission seeking from the ministry is only for large platforms and will not apply to startups. He's also explained saying that the advisory is aimed at untested AI platforms from deploying on Indian internet, and the process of seeking permission, labeling, and consent-based disclosure to users about untested platforms is insurance policy for platforms who can otherwise be sued by consumers. Now, what does this all mean for the internet, the innovation in the AI space? Where is all this coming from? Can the government be faulted for wanting AI models to be more responsible? And is this the best way to go about it? To answer all this and more, I'm joined by Rahul Matthan, partner at Trilegal. Rahul, welcome to the fine print. You've always batted for innovation, but innovation can't sort of happen in, without any oversight, without any regulation entirely. So let me come to you with this question. We're staring at the national election. The timing of all of this is let's say, very crucial for the electoral process that's about to happen in our country. In that context, is the government not sort of in the right to say that, look, you're rolling out these models, you're testing it on the public, not probably labeling it to the extent that you should, because while people might tinker and experiment with this technology, the responses that it throws up has power to influence ordinary users and consumers. With that background, what do you think the government's stance should be? Should they let this innovation run wild? Or there are ways or better ways to make the platforms, the AI models, the users more responsible?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think your technology is going to keep changing. There's always going to be new risks that technology brings up. And we're always going to have elections. Every 5 years or every 2.5 years, we're going to have some sort of election. There's going to be some sort of reason why we should not want the latest version of technology to be unleashed. But I'll say this, Payaswini. We've always had people who have used new technologies to find new ways to subvert information. I would say ever since Julius Caesar's time, at Julius Caesar's time, they had a newspaper and there was fake news in the newspaper. And then well before television, there was fake news in print journalism. And then there was fake news in radio. And then there was fake news in visual media. Now we've got really believable fake news. Sorry?
The extent, the reach of it, which is sort of bothersome, which requires quicker addressing than not.
Every Payaswini in every decade or so was asking, every Rahul Matthan asked the same question and said that, look, this new technology has greater reach. I will give you this in writing that the next technology that comes will have even greater reach than this technology. So the point I'm trying to make is not this. There is always a pressure that technology will bring to bear on the existing way of doing things. And we can certainly call for a pause during this election season because this is the general elections and maybe we think that this is super important. All I would say is that technology is galloping at a frenetic pace. And if we stop innovation for even 3 months that it's going to take for us to get past this election, we will, I'm afraid, be just completely out of the race when we resume.
In the coming days, what is the clarity, Rahul, that you're looking at, given that I'm sure a lot of these significant platforms are your clients and will come to you for advice. What are the unanswered questions to your mind at this stage that you'd like the ministry to sort of clarify in its advisory?
Look, I think if it's aimed at large social media intermediaries, it should be clarified. But quite frankly, I think that any form of pre-approval would be the death knell of AI in this country. I think if we're saying that we're going to aim this only at the large social media intermediaries, then look, a lot of the innovation is happening there. They're the ones that have the capabilities to invest large amounts of money in building these big models. And those models, of course, they can't be doing horrible things, but the things that they do that are useful to us, we can't have that denied us just because at one end of the spectrum it's behaving badly. There are a lot of AI startups in the country that are really depending on some of these models to do a lot of things, and if out of fear those things are taken away from the Indian market, then that would be unfortunate.
I take your principal objection, but I'm still keen to know what is it at this point that these significant platforms will be doing? Are they going to engage with the government at this stage? Are they going to ask for more clarity on what is the specific nature of permission that they require? Give me the roadmap of the next few days of a week as you advise your clients on adhering to this advisory.
Yeah, I think all of the above. I think certainly for existing models, they're going to need clarity as to what they should be doing because a lot of models are already out and available in India. Many of them are available through these large social media intermediaries, and the question is, what do they do? I think there would also be some effort to rationalize this advisory in the context of all the feedback that has come over the last few days. And hopefully there would be engagement with the government as far as that is concerned. But yeah, I think if there's no further clarity on this, or if at least to some extent it's not unwound, we may even see the more cautious social media intermediaries start to pull out their models from India, because until they get the permission, every day that they continue to operate in India could be a risk for them.